Welcome back to Adventures with Attitude. This next episode and the episode after that, we had some bad audio, so it's going to be a little chachi, but I managed to fix this best I can because Sid is in college right now and having trouble recording. We do have a special announcement. After 3 episodes from now, we are moving to a series of one-shots in the different cities in Jesselheim, the realm that we are playing in. Basically, Sid and Johnny are still in college, and we're still trying to work out a time where we can record with them, but we wanted to keep producing material, so we have some special guests coming on the show, which include, for the first one-shot, Hannah of Thornvale and Derek of Rolling Misadventures as they begin a sort of mini-campaign for a while, and then we will start season 2 of Adventures with Attitude with the party going to Nadoko. In our last episode, Marcus and Thebesi were surprised by a flying tiefling child who crashed into Thebesi's tent, and Marcus recognized as the daughter of the Duchesses of Nadoko. And they decide to move her to a safer place and find out more about what's going on. And now we return to our show. Hello, listeners. Welcome to the new year. This is Adventures of Attitude, Episode 11, Electric Boogaloo number 2. Okay, that one didn't work, but I'm going to keep going anyway because I'm feeling a rhythm.
Keep feeling that rhythm, dude.
You've been a victim of our new schedule for about 4 episodes now, so apologies. Hopefully we will work out the kinks.
I mean, on the upside, you're getting weekly content, even if your favorite show may only be once a month.
And
at least we're being consistent by giving weekly content, which, hey, I consider that an upgrade.
And it helps my pre-med student self be able to take classes.
There is that.
I'm going to be doing so much math next semester, guys. I've got pre-calc, calc, and physics.
Wait, how can you be taking pre-calc and calc at the same time?
It's a condensed pre-calc course that goes alongside Calc 1. My university has it set up for bio majors because of our intense schedule.
Yikes.
It's like a lab session for calculus.
Okay. Previously on Adventures with Attitude, Thebesi and Marcus found out a shit ton of things.
Boy, howdy.
Ooh. Thebesi still hasn't processed it.
They found out they're related, that their idiot brother let children go out to fight zombies, that a skeleton man stole the Zord and Recaster that was being hidden on the Wonari base. No, not base, camp.
Camp.
And a princess fell out of the sky on the Marcus.
It was a night. Family bonds were found and confirmed, much to Thebesi's chagrin.
Yep.
Marcus gained a family that he didn't know he had or wanted. Joe Madron is Joe Madron, and that's about we're all going to say about that. And Thebesi is processing the fact that her idiot brother is in fact her idiot blood brother, and
yeah,
her father is their henshin mentor.
This is true. Your father is a Zordon now.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, we'd left off with Marcus wanting to get a blanket and something warm for the I keep wanting to say princess because, I mean, you know, ruler of a country would be a queen, so their offspring would be a princess.
Thebesi's a princess, kind of.
Yeah.
Awa princesses.
He had a name for it too.
But
it's basically the Duchess's daughter. Let's go with the Duchess's daughter.
Oh, I remember looking that up.
Wasn't it like a Vice Marquis or something like that? Because I remember making a joke about the Marquise of Queensberry rules. We'll just call her Princess for the sake of time constraint.
Yep. And this is where we will pick up.
It's a princess.
Huh.
The daughter of a duke or marquess or like a lady. Could call her lady.
Okay. I think young lady, whatever her name may be. So, I believe that's where we're going to pick up, Sean?
Yeah. Gob had helped out with this, got a couple blankets, helped get the little changeling girl wrapped up.
Mm-hmm.
So he seems kind of surprised that you know a changeling, and that you didn't that weren't weirded out by the fact that they turned into a changeling, but he's learned not to ask questions unless they need to be asked, and he's got to deal with Joe Madron off in the corner, like, psyched that he so skillfully tumbled and dodged away from the oncoming issue.
Marcus is going to ignore Joe Madron and focus entirely on the girl who is now in his arms. You had said that she had passed out, so...
We're in Thebesi's tent, right?
Well, if I remember correctly, we were actually in the main elder tent.
You're right.
When Gob basically force-fed Johnny those herbs, and we did the whole episode flashback.
You're right.
And then...
No, actually, we were in Thebesi's tent, but Thebesi's tent is toppled.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you guys are outside of the tent. Assuming you guys are heading back, or...
Well, I mean, we have an unconscious girl who just came in saying, you know, my city's under attack, and had said something that kind of made Marcus go, pardon? Because you said that one of her mothers had died, and she was talking in the plural as if she hadn't.
This is true.
So there's that. Plus the fact that she is unconscious, Marcus isn't sure whether they should stay there or if they should go back to Assimar Grove and probably go to his apartment, as that's the place he feels most comfortable, and would be the most comfortable for the girl.
Okay. So Betsy, any reactions?
I can get us a tent if you don't want to take her back into the city.
I think it would actually be best if we didn't travel with her while she's unconscious, as little as possible, if you know what I mean.
Waking up in a unfamiliar place could startle her.
Either place would be unfamiliar. It's kind of lesser of two evils. At least.
Yes, but at least she would recognize being inside of a tent.
I mean, personally, I think, you know, either a room at Haley's Inn, my apartment, or a tent here would all be unfamiliar to her. It would startle her no matter what. The important thing would be me being there, because I would be a familiar face to her. That would be what would be comforting and calming, I think.
We do also still need to discuss everything that has been discovered tonight.
This is true.
Still night. Jeez.
In that case, I think we should get her out of the weather. You know, I mean, it isn't exactly the coldest or anything, but still. Get her on some nice, comfortable furs, warm, with some water to drink when she wakes up, maybe some hot cocoa to help her mood. And then we talk about what we're going to do while we wait for her to wake up. Sound good?
Yes.
Okay. That said, Ascending Clan Leader, do we have a place for her to stay?
I can get a place for her to stay.
I appreciate that. very much.
And Thebesi turns to one of the people I'm sure has gathered around the collapsed tent, because she's certainly not entrusting any task to her brother,
I mean,
who's probably still high.
fair cop.
Yeah, he's probably still high.
And
congratulatory patting himself on the back over that sick tumble. I mean, I know I'm ragging on Joe Madron, but that's the character.
you can rag on Joe Madron or Johnny all you want.
Okay.
I would say you look over to Marigold, who I did not just come up with using a random name generator.
Never reveal your secrets.
That's my secret. I'm always random generating. But yeah, Marigold looks up and goes, yeah, I have a tent, and I think I have cocoa. I have to check my packets.
I appreciate any help that can be given.
She nods and motions to follow. She has a lot of packets in her tent. She seems to be like a little bit of a pack rat. Your Onari tribe is not the normalist Thebesi.
Thebesi is the...
I believe the term we're looking for is only sane man.
Yeah.
She was the only... Thebesi wasn't given the position of ascending clan leader because she was the only one who qualified.
No, there's others that qualified. They just didn't care. But yeah, Marigold starts to... She goes through her... I just said we weren't going to roll much. Now I got to roll.
You said much. Rolling once isn't much. It's once.
But this is a survival, but she has so many packets.
Oh, jeez.
You could just say she has them.
No, because that would not be fun.
D&D, my friends.
Okay, yeah, she pulls out a packet and like shakes it and looks at him and like, okay, don't use this. Sets it aside, okay.
Now I'm curious what that was.
Rat poison.
Oi!
Why is your rat poison with your food?
Why is your rat poison in packets? It could be easily misconstrued for something like tea or hot cocoa.
Marigold turns and looks at you and goes, that's how I make sure no one goes through my packets.
Marcus's face is kind of blank at this point. He's screaming internally, but outwardly his facial expression is, I have concerns.
What the hell?
In fact, both of you roll me a perception check.
I'm disconnected. Oh no, I can't hear anything. Oh gosh.
Oh god.
Thank you, Wi-Fi. I hate you, Wi-Fi.
Roll me both perception checks.
Wait, hold on. I just missed the last, after Marcus had a blank expression, my Discord disconnected.
Oh, no. Ooh, sorry about that.
Nice. No, just Marcus was screaming internally, and his facial expression was that kind of blank, I have concerns, facial expression.
And then I asked you...
Thebesi looks up.
Then I asked you both to roll perception checks. Oh, and Thebesi, you roll at disadvantage.
Which is a 14 for me. Oh, shit.
Okay.
I'd like to know why, but I want to hear her roll first.
Yep.
Perception?
Yeah.
Oh man, Thebesi's not as good at perception as Myron is. 12.
Okay. You both start to realize something. You notice something that sticks out.
More rat poison?
You mean aside from the aside from the rat poison?
Marigold is slightly more hunched over than most Wanara you've met, but it's not like Joe Madron. You've never seen this person in the flesh, Thebesi, but Marcus...
Wait, who is this?
No, I'm getting to that. It's Marcus.
Okay. Yes.
You realize, to your continued exasperation,
continually growing horror.
This is... You realize that your mentor was not the only Null Ranger who apparently has slept with this clan.
Oh, jeez.
It is...
All Thebesi hears is deep breaths, Marcus. Deep breaths. Slow, deep breaths.
It is... I'm trying to find a name, but we switched Discord servers, so...
Is it blue or green?
It is... green. This is Jared's kid.
I thought I said Jarin, not Jared.
Oh, no.
No, I'm just saying I remember that. I could be completely wrong.
Yeah, the notes say Jared. At least what I found on Ask D&D.
Right.
But yeah, this is Jared's daughter, who is quickly making some hot cocoa. At least we hope it's hot cocoa. She said it's hot.
I was gonna say, are we sure it's hot cocoa?
I don't trust it.
But she turns around and shows you the packet, which clearly says printed hot cocoa.
Okay.
In Winari.
No, if anything, it'd probably be whatever passes for common, I guess, because it was likely gotten from Assimar Grove.
Yeah, I was joking.
Okay.
I don't think that the Winari have the capabilities of packaging hot cocoa in their little
Nomadic.
village.
Yeah.
Nomadic tribe. Semi-permanent nomadic tribe.
It'd be a trick.
Why did this episode become so goofy offhand? Who did this?
Because we haven't like
It's us.
it's because we haven't gotten together for like 2 weeks or something, and we didn't schedule time in to bullshit around and blow off this steam before we started recording.
Well, we'll never know who created this marigold and made it this way.
It was,
That was the joke!
I'm pretty sure it was you, dude.
Riru. The name
That was the joke I was trying to make.
Akira.
Ay. Marcus is just like
Shuro.
Thebesi can see the headache starting to form.
Thebesi passes him a water skin.
Which he can't exactly take because his arms is full of little girl.
Oh.
Yep, I realized that after I said it.
Oh yeah, and then Marigold does motion over to her bed in the corner.
Mm-hmm. Marcus nods and says thank you and goes and sets down the girl, covering her up, tucking the furs around her so she's warm and safe and comfortable. Not too tight, but, enough to where the cold air doesn't get under the furs. And then he sits on the bed next to her and kind of looks down at her worried a little bit for her.
Marigold continues to make hot cocoa. Silently, not sure really what to make of the situation, but cooking calms her down.
And when the Ascending Clan leader asks you to do something,
This is true too.
you do it.
Thebesi does have a certain level of authority that she doesn't often take advantage of.
And when she does, it's usually because Joe Madron's been an ass.
She's gonna make him fix her tent.
Good idea.
It's not his fault, but she is blaming it on him, and he will be fixing her tent.
Well, he needs to do something for letting the cubs go into a fight anyway.
I feel like she's gonna come back from whatever this adventure becomes, and her tent is still gonna be collapsed.
Or it's gonna be...
Or it's become like some kind of beach bum van styled split level.
Harem for Jomadron.
Yeah, some kind of shrine to his awesomeness or some bullshit like that. Marcus turns to Thebesi and Gabbi, I'm sure, it's like,
Oh yeah, Gabby's there too. She actually trotted behind you guys and because she tried to actually pick up the tent and then kind of gave up and then trotted after you guys.
oh, Gabbi.
Aw, Gabby doesn't need to do that. It's her brother's fault.
She's also holding some of the sticks that held up the tent with not trying to.
Marcus just looks at Gabbi. It's like, oh, Gabbi, no, sweetheart, no, you didn't have to do that.
Joe Madron's gonna need those to fix my tent.
I think you can just leave those outside.
She nods and sets them outside and comes in and I think she kind of just sits on the floor near the other little girl. Or, well, I mean, she's not a little girl, but you know what I mean. Just
Yeah.
Lemongrass smash. I found a rat.
Marcus is gonna smooth some of the girl's hair as she lays there with a tender fondness of familiarity, and he looks at Thebesi and Gabbi and explains, this is...
Thebesi takes a seat.
This is, Miski. She's the daughter of the duchesses of the neighboring kingdom of Nakodo. Shortly after I had been battlefield promoted to lieutenant during the last Henshin War, there were some planning meetings of the allied forces of, the good guys. Because when it's us versus someone like Bonemeister, but I was just a lieutenant, battlefield promotion or not. There were still plenty of people higher than me, and not cannon fodder soldiers. So I was relegated to basically babysitting duty. A lot of people probably would have seen that as an insult, but I mean, this poor girl, both of her mothers were busy with the war effort. She needed somebody to talk to, someone to spend time with. It was the least I could do. And really, I was, fresh off the field. What did I know for tactics and battlefield commanding or anything? So I did the best job I could in protecting her, keeping her company, trying to distract her from the fact that, basically everyone was at war with a humanoid abomination. She's a sweet girl, and I'm not going to say we're going to help her, but I am going to. Things have been hectic the almost month since this whole thing started, but I can't tell you what to do. We're not on the same henshin team. We're not. It's different now than it was back then. Plus, you're the ascending clan leader. You have responsibility here with your people. I can't tell you, hey, you're going to help me with this personal thing, and then drag you to a completely different country. That's not cool. And I couldn't do that. Or you, Gabbi. It wouldn't feel right. I feel that this is a personal thing that I'm certainly going to take care of. But it's something that I feel I to do. So I think as soon as she wakes up and can give me a little more information, I'm going to be heading back to the city to get some supplies, and I'll be taking her back to Nakodo as soon as possible.
I am the Ascending Clan leader. You are correct, and as the Ascending Clan leader, it is my duty to protect my clan and ensure that no harm comes to my clan. And currently, as it stands, the harm seems to be coming towards harming my clan, but as well as the city, and much more than that. I will help you.
Gabby has started to write, take her notebook and start to write something while you were telling this, and she turns it around, and there's a bunch of lines she's crossed out, and then there's just one that there's just one line, and hopefully I can see I read this with a straight face, because she taps you and taps Thebesi, and after a moment of pause, taps the girl, and this points at the one word. This is one word on there, Ohana, and it says below means family, means not just the family that breeds. It means the relatives, the friends, the neighbors.
No, I get you.
And
Bound family.
she nods, and then the next line is, bound family sticks together. We work together. We don't forget each other.
I don't really understand why we were chosen to have these things, but whatever power it be that chooses the owner must have seen a reason to give it to us, which means we have an inherent responsibility to carry out the duties bound by possessing these.
Wise words, both of you. If your choice is to come with me on this, then I'm not going to argue. I will gladly accept your help, because I'll be honest, even with my history of working with other henshin, I don't think I can take on... It sounded like there were quite a number of henshin attacking the city, and I don't think just the one me could handle what I'm guessing is quite a few others.
You won't have to.
So, well, no. I'm glad you two are coming. That's why I said I'm not going to argue that this is personal and that I should be the one to handle it alone. That would be stupid. I mean, yes, I feel that, because it is personal, I have to handle this. I'd also like to believe I'm smart enough to go, yeah, no, I'm not going to be stupid and say I have to handle this alone.
No, that's something my brother would do.
I thought he would let two little pups handle it for himself.
Those pups did better than him. He is truly
A block of cheese.
a utter disappointment.
A block of cheese would probably do better than him.
The rat poison would do better than him.
Well, I mean, to be fair, that is rat poison. So I mean,
That is true. The rat poison would do better against undead than Joe Madron. He'd probably try to heal him. Mark Marigold speaks up.
He'd feel bad.
well, I mean,
But he really wouldn't. Actually, he'd get tricked into it by a girl because he's weak.
To be fair, not all undead are evil.
No, I'm not saying. I never said all undead are.
He kind of motions to, Marigold. Actually,
Well, I mean,
you've met her father.
no, I know, but I'm just saying that
Yeah.
I've seen him try to hang out with zombies. It's not a new thing.
He's probably not going to be able to put my tent back together.
Yeah, I really hate to be a judge of character, but from the little I've seen of him, I'm wondering how he can find his ass without a roadmap in both hands.
He'd lose it if it weren't attached to him.
So, moving along, what kind of plans do we want to make for this? I mean, we're going to be getting supplies for a road trip. Nikodo is a bit of a ways away without the teleportation system. We're going to have to procure some kind of conveyance, be it tickets on some mass transport system or something a little more private.
I think Gabby seems to.
You know, I know we kept in that joke of, what's a bus, but considering that this is lasers and liches, I can't not imagine that there's some kind of
train.
yeah, like a
It's a stagecoach.
But
an Eberron style kind of magic train.
But what about my encounter system?
You know what I mean?
That's 28 entries.
I'm not.
Screw your encounter system.
I'm just suggesting that, this isn't classic fantasy D&D with, carts and horses. What I'm saying is that
Can we put a dog on a horse?
what I'm saying is that there's because it's lasers and lichers, there's got to be some kind of Magitech version,
Oh no, that's good.
It's rollerblades. That's the Magitech version.
Well, I mean,
It's a power scooter.
there could, if you've seen the anime Fairy Tale, they actually do.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love Fairy Tale.
Okay, well,
I'm 100 episodes deep.
that's where I ended up stopping. But then
Yeah, I ran out of dub. Now I'm on Funimation.
then you've seen the episode where Erza drives that carriage
Yeah.
that's powered with her own magic.
Her magic. Yeah.
Exactly. It still looks like a horse-drawn carriage or a Vardo wagon, but
None of us have magic.
my point
Can we procure a wizard?
is that, there are ways to still have the fantasy D&D feel,
Yeah.
but still, work with the whole lasers and liches kind of retro-futurism.
Chomadron's a bard. He can make it move.
We're going to use your brother like a living battery.
Yes.
It's about the only thing he's worth, right? But Sean, you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I actually came up with this. Actually, this is good. This actually gives a reason for Kelta to come on.
I was not trying to circumvent all the hard work you did. I'm just saying thematically there has to be something that would be a blend for what we're going for. Because I've always envisioned Adventures with Attitude as sort of like kind of a Magitech feel. Like it's obviously your D&D fantasy, but it's got the, tech level of close to modern day, but it has that kind of retro feel to it, which fits with lasers and liches.
That's fair. Also, Marigold speaks up. I know someone in town with they called it a car.
You think we could rent it?
I think so. It's that it's the tiefling woman who sells all those gadgets.
Oh, that sounds fun.
All right. Marcus, I need another history check.
Oh, goody.
Thebesi, you don't have a history check because you wouldn't make. Well, I mean, you can make a history check, but it's going to be a disadvantage.
Woohoo! 18.
Watch me roll 2 nat 20s.
Go for it. I rolled an 18.
I rolled 2 15s.
Hey.
So that's a 17.
So I'll do Thebesi first. Thebesi, when you think about it, something you've met a tiefling in town in the bar.
Oh, I have a little. No, that means I'm proficient in it. Never mind. I was confused. It's an 18. Don't worry.
And it sort of seems to fit this description. The one who asked about using your latest gadget on your brother, Marcus.
Oh.
You realize something?
Yes.
Your little friend there has a relative in town. Their aunt runs the local Nick gadget shop in town. Yep.
The little tchotchke shop? Fun times. And by little friend you mean Misky, right?
In fact, Misky, correct. In fact, you served with her husband before he
Okay.
passed on in the Great Henshin War.
Oh. Oh, wow.
He died heroically, but tragically, as he was, Goblinger was the first Gigazord combination, but quickly became the ongoing target. At one point during the war, multiple giant monsters had attacked Nidoko, and her husband had literally climbed their way into the Zord and made crucial repairs while the damn thing was running to keep it going long enough for Planet Saver to come for backup.
Oh, wow.
He's a badass, and he's an engineer. He was an engineer.
Good job.
Damn Skippy.
But yeah, you know that she would definitely be willing to help because this is her niece.
Right. Marcus, thinking on this, goes, yeah, I think I know who you're talking about, and if it's the same person I'm thinking of, then they'll definitely help out. If memory serves, the person we're going to see, he looks down at Misky, is her aunt.
Gabbi looks down in shock.
And the writer in me wants to say that's where we would change the scene, but to what I wouldn't know.
We can do this. I could have Misky wake up too, for that matter.
Okay.
We could always send someone into town to procure the vehicle so that when Misky wakes up, they can set out and everything's packed up.
It's a good thought, but I think it would be better if I do that face to face.
That's fair.
Because I know not only Misky, but I knew her husband. He was a goblinger.
Well, he wasn't a goblinger. He was a soldier. He was.
Oh no, he was a soldier like me. He was attached to the goblinger team, like I was attached to the Null Rangers. He was a good man. Real badass. And he conveys the story of the Colossus climb, fixing the Gigazord as they went, which a bit of an info drop on you. Apparently our mechanical companions can't combine, which up until now you had no idea they could.
Gabbi looks on with a shocked, wide mouth. This is news to her as well.
Oh, yeah, that's...
And then I think her Zord actually kind of pops out of her chest.
Oh.
The same shocked expression. Like, I can do what now?
And Marcus just looks at this at the elk and goes, "Don't tell me you didn't know."
The elk just seems to shrug and then pop back into her chest.
This is my life now. Okay. Marcus is like, and this is my life now. All right. So yeah, that's the thing that we can do.
You hear a noise come from Misky, and she starts to stir.
Marcus turns to look at her, and Misky, it's okay. You're safe.
You hear her quietly, and she's half asleep. It's a lie. I don't want to get up now.
Why does that sound familiar? He looks back to Thebesi. Mikolai?
Mythalai.
Mythalai.
I was gonna say Mythalai. I think we met someone named Mythalai.
Well, I mean, as a player, I know we did. I don't think Marcus did. Thebesi talked to him.
Yeah, you did.
I know, that's why I was saying, I'm pretty sure I know someone named Mythalai.
This is...
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure Marcus does not.
Oh, it was that dude.
I would say it would be very surprising to Thebesi as, I don't trust this person.
Yeah, that was a performer from that was the rogue!
Yeah, from Haley's bar.
Yeah, with the sketchy past.
I mean, it's a rogue, so of course.
Yeah, with my brother.
Ah, that sketchy past, right. It's like, ... No, Misky, no, it's me, Marcus.
Marcus? She starts to wake up and looks over, like... And I think as she wakes up, she starts to shift back to her tiefling form.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he lets her, but, it's whatever she's most comfortable with.
He's like, oh, I made it? I didn't...
You made it. You made quite the entrance, young miss.
I had 5 cans. Oh, I'm so exhausted.
After 5 cans, I'm surprised you're awake this soon. The crash would have been... Yeah. What were you thinking? I mean, okay, I know that sounds like I'm mad, but... I'm not. I'm concerned for your safety. And I can't believe you flew here. You could have contacted me some other way first. I would have come. You know that. Is it... I'm sorry, I just realized... Were you running? Was it not safe for you? Is that why you came like that?
I had to sneak out because my parents, if the city's under attack, they're gonna want to keep me safe and not...
Yeah, and now that you've run away, they're gonna be worried sick about you.
Mom thought we could deal with it on our own, but I knew we needed help. You taught me that if we need help, you need to ask for help.
That I did.
I tried other means, but...
Can you sit up?
Yeah, she sits up and then crosses her legs.
Okay. He helps her sit up a little bit and hands her the water. He's like, here, drink slow. Small little sips. After...
If she had to sneak out, is it best that we bring her back? If it's dangerous there, would it be safer to leave her here with someone we trust?
Well, the thing is that she only snuck out because she knew her parents would basically put her on lockdown to keep her safe. I mean, yeah, the city's under attack, so no, taking her back wouldn't be a safe thing. But at the same time, that's not why she snuck out. She snuck out under her parents' nose to come get me to help.
Yeah, I did try. I asked Augustus to send a message to Mythali, but...
How do you know this Mythali?
Hey, I will be right back. Alright, so... Sprite.
Dwight on a Sprite.
That reminds me, I have root beer in the fridge.
Did I just extend the break?
I don't have a drink to go get. No, let's finish my...
No, I'm just saying, I have root beer in the fridge. I'm not getting any.
Okay, alright,
So...
No, I have my water.
How do you know Mythali?
Yeah.
Hold on. Before we continue, and I apologize for interrupting.
Fair.
Misky, this is Ascending Clan Leader Thebesi. She is, my friend. And she is... Well, you could call her my co-worker. And I show her the recaster on my wrist.
You're a henshin?
It happened a couple of weeks ago.
Has it really been a couple of weeks already?
It has.
Thebesi thinks that to herself.
It has. Rebuilding the museum after Bonemeister. He pauses and realizes he was about to info drop on poor little Misky. There's a lot to explain, my young miss. And to say that the events are related would probably be an understatement.
She nods.
Suffice it to say that, yes, we are both henshin, as is our friend Gabbi.
Misky turns to look at Gabbi and then stumbles back, shocked.
I know.